guys, Sophia here with turquoisetoffee.wordpress.com, and I'm back with another video. Today we are talking about the 2022 IFBB Pro League Fitmuscle Pro Figure results, and I think you are going to be floored by how amazing this top 5 was. These women were incredible. And just a reminder, there were actually 3 shows this weekend, so I've got 2 more videos coming your way right away. The AGP Pro Bikini in Korea and the Australia Pro. So make sure you subscribe, you don't want to miss those. Now, in terms of Olympia, this contest is considered Tier 4. So first receives a ticket to Olympia, 2nd through 5th receive the points there at the bottom, and at the end of the qualification period, the top 3 in the points all get to go to Olympia. So we're going to focus on that top 5 who receive points. In first place, Latoya. Second, Erica. Third, Kim. Fourth, Shayna. And 5th, Kristen. Okay, so in 5th place, Kristen. Oh my gosh. And right off the bat, I have to just comment, the photo quality, it's not the greatest. It's a little bit blurry, but that's okay. We can still see these beautiful women. Wow. So Kristen looked incredible. I cannot get over the size of her upper body. Her lats are insane. Her shoulders are incredible. She is just massive. I am loving the amount of muscle on her. She kind of towers over everybody else in this lineup. I think she's absolutely incredible. Beautiful legs to balance out the upper body, although I do think that she could maybe have a little bit more size just to really match those insane lats. I'm loving the conditioning above, up top. I think you're seeing so much beautiful detail in her arms, her shoulders. I also really like the way she's posing. I love how level and flat her shoulders are. It really makes that V-taper look insane. However, I'm not loving the conditioning in her legs. I know it's not the clearest photo, but you can even see in the lineup, you're not getting quite as much detail on Kristen as you do in some of the other ladies. So that is my only thing. If she could come in a tiny bit tighter and a little bit more detail, more grainy, more, a little bit more lines, I would love it. But I am so beyond impressed. I think she looks incredible. Okay, Shayna in 4th place. Beautiful. I love how her makeup coordinates with her suit. It's a gorgeous bright color. I think she's got lovely conditioning, particularly in her legs. You're seeing a lot of detail, lots of bumps and lumps. She's got a really nice V-taper, great tiny waist with really nice abs showing through. So I think overall she looks really beautiful. A few things I can comment on, though. I do find that her delts are a little bit hidden, and now whether it's just that the hair is coming, the hair isn't hiding the delts, but you're not seeing them as well as we saw in our 5th place winner. And so maybe it's just they're a little bit more shrugged rather than level, so there's this extra kind of curve here. I'm not sure. I think it's a posing thing that she could bring the shoulders a little bit wider. And then the other thing I'm noticing is her suit bottoms are a little bit, just a little bit off. So just a little bit more glue, I think, is all you need. But overall, I think she looked really beautiful. In the lineup, I do notice that her legs could be even bigger, if you can believe that. I think she looks really good here in this photo, but I think a little bit more roundness, a little bit more curve on the sides would be really fantastic. But overall, a fabulous 4th. Okay, Kim in 3rd, who we just saw get 4th at the Wasatch. She looks amazing. I love her conditioning. I think you see plenty of gorgeous detail in her legs. So much, her quads just look so good. Really beautiful up into her hips as well. Her abs are, I think, the best of this lineup. Really strong, prominent, super defined. She's got a gorgeous V-taper. I think she's posing really beautifully. You really see those shoulders. She just looks great. Great conditioning, great overall shape, beautiful balance, and different suit. It's gorgeous, very eye-catching, very bright, giant earrings, nice makeup. I'm super impressed. I think she looks really, really good. Okay, Erica in 2nd. Oh my gosh, her legs are fabulous. They are massive, so much muscle, lots of detail. So her conditioning is fantastic. I love how you can see so many deep grooves and lines in her quads, a little bit of striations happening, detail in her hips. Her abs are insane, and then a great V-taper too with beautiful shoulders. Like, she looks incredible. I am so impressed. The suit is amazing. Even though it's not like a crazy bright color, I love how the white crystal really draws your eye in and up. I think it is a very fantastic suit. She looks amazing. In the lineup, when I look at Erica next to the others, I do find her legs to be very dominant. When I look at her here, I think it's pretty good. Although for sure there could be a little bit more up top to balance out the legs. But man, I think she's super impressive. I really like the detail and I love her size. So, wow. Okay, and now in first place, Latoya. So she kind of gets everything. She's got really nice balance. I'm not overly drawn to her legs. I'm not overly drawn to her lats. It's just a really nice, proportionate V-taper with the sweep of the quads. So I think she looks really good. I also think that even though it's not the clearest photo, you can see that her conditioning is even better than it was at Wasatch. You're seeing a little bit more definition in the abs. Nothing crazy, but just a little bit more. You're seeing the six-pack outline. I think you're seeing a little tiny bit more detail in her quads, particularly here versus here, right? I think her conditioning is fabulous. Her posing is really nice. Although I do think she could try to get the legs to come together to reduce some of this space. And I don't know how. Maybe just a tiny bit of a turnout to the toe would bring the thighs together. Maybe. But I think she looks really good. I like the straight hair. I think her makeup is lovely. Her smile is so gorgeous. The lipstick is perfect. I think her outline, right, her silhouette is just beautiful. So she did a fabulous job. Okay, so again, not the best picture, but it still gives you an idea of everybody side by side. And I think you can see some of those things that I mentioned. You can see Shayna in fourth could for sure have even larger legs. You can see Erica, perhaps you're drawn a little too much to the legs, whereas Latoya has such a beautiful balance between upper and lower. And then if you go all the way to the end and look at Kristen, perhaps you're seeing that the upper body is really dominant, really spectacular, of course, but I think Latoya really had beautiful proportions in the show. And there's Kim with her crazy killer abs. Amazing. Another comment, now maybe you see what I meant about Kristen's conditioning could have been a little bit tighter when you compare her across the line. There's a little bit more detail in the legs of the other competitors, but wow. Okay, and now from behind, again, I think you really notice Kristen's conditioning could have been a little tighter here. You're not getting as much detail in the back of her legs. I think Kim could try to pose to create a bit more sweep on the side of her quads from behind. Again, that could just be a matter of turning out the toes, or even like Erica having a bit of a space between the feet. Not sure, but I do find it's a little bit straight up and down when I look at her from behind. Shayna, again, I think a little bit more size, particularly when you compare her to Latoya next to her. And then when I compare Latoya and Erica, wow, they're both really good. I think Latoya's glutes look exceptional. They look really high. They have a beautiful curve and roundness up top, and then a really nice kind of slope here. Whereas Erica's they don't quite have the same shape. And so, I mean, everybody's different. Everybody's allowed to have different shapes to their bodies, of course. But somehow I think Latoya just has a really nice smoothness. The conditioning is just perfect. You're seeing so much detail without it being too much detail. Erica might have been maybe even a hair too hard. Ugh, I don't know. It's so crazy. They're so good. They're both amazing. I'm loving Erica's calves as well. But overall, I'm really drawn to Latoya and just the balance, the proportions. She just has a really beautiful, aesthetically pleasing look. So, an amazing top 5. Okay, so in terms of Olympia, Latoya is qualified, Erica has 4 points, Kim has 5, Shayna has 2, and Kristen has 1. So, in addition to those other 2 videos I told you are coming, we've got 2 more competitions coming up this weekend, the Girl Power Championships and the Emerald Cup. So make sure you subscribe. You don't want to miss those recaps. Give me a like if you like this video. Comment below what you thought about this amazing top 5 in pro figure. My gosh. And come find me. I'm at turquoisetoffee.wordpress.com and of course on Instagram at turquoisetoffee.